Hello there again. So we've been through the long hard process of the pre-production and the offline edit. We've done a little review and now our online edit is finished, so it's time to evaluate the whole work. So to start with, we're just going to look at what I think works with the online edit. As I've mentioned previously, not much has changed, but there is some slight differences, so we'll take a look at them now. The first thing that I believe works and what I've changed is a slight bit of colour correction. If we take a look at about 2:05 in the clip, we have this dialogue about putting Bourne in a body bag. Just let that play for a moment. Now, as you can see, and when you'll hear the audio, it's quite, the dialogue it's very dark and it's very weary. So all I've done is I've brought down the levels a little bit so to reflect what they're talking about. Because if that scene was the way it was normally, then you don't quite get the feel of what I'm talking about. So if you can see, I've just dropped the levels down ever so slightly. It's only a slight adjustment, but it affects the scene more than you could possibly believe. So if we just take a slight zoom into frame here, just so you can see it a little better. If I take that correction off, it's just so much lighter. So with it on, it just gives it a whole different effect. Another thing that I quite liked, and something that I hated about the original trailer, was the end title scene. It's like 2 seconds long. It looks like budget run out, and I just didn't like it. So I took some time and I went into After Effects and I sourced a lot of material from the internet, third parties, and I got a really nice template which I went in and edited to what my needs are. And the end product is this. Which, if you ask me, it's just beyond even coming close to what the last one was. So yeah, now that we're actually in After Effects, and hopefully a little transition when I've had to put you through the loading times that I've just enjoyed. But it's in different stages. So originally we have just the first title sequence, which is the Bourne Legacy. There was never just one. Secondly, we tackle the second title, which is just the date that the trailer was due to be released, and the legacy will continue. And then we get a little bit more into just color grading and what the final product will actually look like. And then we obviously have the Bourne pre-comp, which is when we start coming in with vignettes, and as you can see there, a very vibrant lens flare and just a lot of particle effects. We have a render for the bot at YouTube, and there was a render for Vimeo as well, but because my computer just takes a long time to render this, we're just stuck with the YouTube one. So yeah, that's the end of the second thing that I liked. So for the final thing which I liked, and we're going to take a look at here today, is the title generators, and not the title itself, but the background. Now, I've mentioned this before, but we'll just take a little watch of this. As you can see, if you ask me personally, it's a very nice title generator, but there's a lot more into it than what you'd actually suspect. Now, let's pick up the right one there, sorry. This is a built-in generator. It's one that's already there. It's called Fabric, but when you actually go into the generators in Final Cut, we have different options. So I just went in there and had a look, and I picked level 2. I put a bit of a black tint on it at 0.87, and then I also, just to get that real nice effect, is I put an effect on it, a little blur, and the final product ended up really nice. So that was just a little bit about what I liked, and we'll see you in a moment for development. Cheers.